Hey guys and girls, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of FTB Infinity with myself, Lewis. It'd be brilliant having yourself a great day, as always. So before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to say that thank you for everyone sending in your Q&A questions. It means a great deal to me. We will be doing that very, very soon. But this is just to let you know that any questions you send in now are not going to be counted because I've tallied them all up and are practically ready to start recording it. So the video will probably be in the next couple of days, but just to let you know, if you send any in now, they're not going to be counted as I've already kind of, counted them all up. It would be a pain to do all over again. So there is that. Now let's go on with today's episode. So I've made myself a jukebox. That's pretty much all I've done between this and the last episode. It's a box that plays music and you insert discs into the top. There is an automated version. No, just kidding. Well, how'd you go in then? I've made myself a couple of upgrades. So let's have a look. I've upgraded this to a tier 1. And even at a tier 1, by adding all the Draconian blocks that are required, it holds 273 million RFs, a fairly decent amount. But when we get into trillions, that's just going to be an absolutely ridiculous amount of power that we can have going inside our core. I've also added this little guy down here because we're going to be making something today that should work with it, although I don't see any particles going to it, which makes me a little bit worried that it might be out of the radius, but we'll see. I think it's only doing particle stuff at the minute because we're actually, we're sending and using the power, but we will see. There's also been a pack update. We're running the newest version of the pack, which means we now have ducts. Yes, we have the thermodynamics in, which has all of the good things, and we have the cryo-stabilized flux ducts with unlimited RF per tick transfer and all the good things. We have the ones that have the 2 different types of pipes going through them and things. It's pretty cool, so we'll be playing with that at some point, but we don't really have much of a need to go into it yet. But it's nice that we've got it there. We can move away from Ender IO and start using these. I kind of like these, I think they look a little bit nicer. So we killed the Ender Dragon in the last episode. We got ourselves the Dragon's Heart, and I would like very much to be able to use that to make ourselves the Draconium that's needed, the Awakened Draconium. But before we can do that, we need to make Charged Draconium, because we need this for the ritual that's required. Now, to make Charged Draconium, let's have a look, we need to make ourselves a energy infuser. Well, I don't think we need one of these, but these basically charge stuff that can hold RF. It charges it very fast, much faster than the thermal expansion ones, so it might be something that we're going to make, and I'm looking to hook it up to this guy. That's why I made this, so that we can do that. So let's make our way back over to the house, and we will start putting this together. I've also made myself a Draconic Evolution bag. Here we go. And I've been grinding away, getting all these things. I made myself a pickaxe of the Wyvern, which is kind of cool. I like it. Haven't charged it or anything, but it's made like this. And we've got some Draconium, we've got some dusts, and we've got some Draconium cores. And I'm going to need a huge amount of these coming up very, very soon. And I've made an enchantment table because we're going to need one of those, I believe, for making this. Yeah, so there we go. So let's make our way back, and we'll start putting all of this together. Then we'll come over, and we'll start making some charged Draconium blocks, because, like I say, we're going to need these for our Awakening, and the Awakening is going to need charged Draconium. So let's get ourselves some blaze rods. And you can see I've got my Dragon Heart in here, waiting to go. With all my Nether Stars, it's good. And let's look at the other bits that we're going to need. So we're going to need that, we're going to need some of those. We're also going to need a particle generator, which is going to require these blaze rods, as well as some blocks of redstone. So let's throw together another block of redstone. There we go. Good stuff. And we're going to make ourselves a particle generator. We're going to need some Draconium ingots as well to do this. So let's put you in there, and we'll do this, and we'll do that. And we're also going to need one of these. We need one of you as well. There we go. So, Draconic Evolution, pretty expensive mod. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. In my eyes, I think it's well worth it. So we'll grab some more of you. And that should do it. Yeah, we got most of the bits we need. Boom. 1 energy infuser. Sweet. Now we're gonna want to do the Draconium, and we're gonna make the Draconium into this stuff, charged Draconium. And I believe we're gonna want 4 of these to get the most out of it. Because if we have a look inside the Draconic Evolution information tablet, there's a mouthful. And we have a look at the Dragon Heart, we'll see that it's done here. So drop 4 to 16 Draconic cores on the ground near the activated crystal, 4 per block of Draconium. So if we're gonna do 4 blocks, we're gonna want 1 to 4 of the charged Draconium blocks near to the heart of the activation. So we're going to want, a pretty decent amount of these. So let's have a look. So we're going to want 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And this is going to cost us 400 million RF. I know, it's a lot, isn't it? It's a fairly decent amount. It's nothing to bat an eye at, but it is what we need to do. So let's make our way back over to the Borg cube. And we shall start charging these. This is going to take a little bit of time, but while it's doing that, we can go and start setting up for this ritual. I don't know if we're going to have it done today, because I need to make so much stuff, but it could, it could work. So let's pop you down. And here we go. So we have our internal storage and all of this stuff. I don't know if this is reaching it. It doesn't seem to be doing much. I don't know whether I need to put a cable onto it. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look inside our pipes and cables. I think it might need to go a little bit further up. But yeah, we'll give it a try first, see what happens. So we'll grab you and let's do this just to see if it wants to work. No. I think it needs to go a little bit higher up. We haven't got any particles going to it or anything like that. Let's just try doing you. Come on. No, there's a whole lot of nothing going on right there. Alright, so let's break this up and we're going to move it a little bit higher up. Let's get some building blocks. Here we go. I don't know how much higher it really needs to go. Like, I thought this was kind of close enough, but obviously it isn't. So let's grab you. There we go. And you guys can all come with me then. I'm going to have to break you. And let's figure out where we want to do this. We could pop it over there, and we could turn off the quarry for a little minute or two. That might be worth doing it. Let's come up this way. And we're going to pop you here. And yeah, look at that. Straight up. Internal storage of 100. Is that 100 million? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's 1 million. Internal storage of 1 million. Alright. And I believe it takes 100 million to charge one of these. Let's have a look inside here. Let's get rid of this. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's so many zeros. I'm pretty sure it's 100 million. Yeah, it's going to use a fair bit. And you see a load of it coming out of here. There's more coming out than there is going in, I think. Yeah, look at that going down. We have got already over 100 million in there, which is fine. But my lord. And you can see a little thing there, and little lasers coming in from the wings. Now, this is much cooler, isn't it, than using an energetic infuser? I must admit. It even has a cool little majiggle-mabob going around inside here. I like it. Yeah, it looks like a little disco plate. Cool beans. So when that goes up, we should have ourselves a charged block of draconium. And I think the only thing we used the charged block of draconium for is this. We might use it for the awakening of the dragon, because there is another one that we can do that will summon a dragon. And I believe we can do it in the overworld, but the dragon looks a little bit different and it's a little bit stronger. So we can do that if we want to get more hearts. Or we can go to the other... Oh, there we go, good stuff. We can go to some of the other islands in the end, and we can get the stuff from there. So, there's a couple of ways of doing it, but that's kind of the main ones. How much have we got in here? 84 million. Alright, so I've taken a little bit of time AFK making all of these draconium blocks that we need to do. It does take a minute or two, but they are all done now. So we see we've got charged draconium blocks, and I have 4 of them, which is great. This energy infuser is amazing, and you can basically charge anything in it. So I think we can pop that in there. Poof, it's done. It didn't really need much charging to begin with anyway, but anything that we put in there we can charge. And this is going to be really handy for things like these guys, because we can carry these around with us, these flux capacitors, and they'll make sure that any of our tools or armor that uses RF from Draconic Evolution will stay charged. And these hold so much power. This Wyvern flux capacitor, Wyvern, the cheapest is 80 million, and the most expensive holds 250 million. That's a flux capacitor. That's like, the original one's made of a potato. It's quite the upgrade. But yeah, so we've got our charged draconium blocks. So let's make our way back to the main world, and we're going to craft ourselves a few more items before we can do this ritual that we need to do. Now, I'm going to need a few things. I'm going to need some diamonds. I'm going to have to kick the quarry back into gear soon, because I don't have the quarry running when I don't need it running. So you may be seeing why some of this is not, not going, it's going down. I don't have it running when I don't need it running. So, yeah. But there we go. So, diamonds and draconium. We're going to need a full stack of draconium to get all of this I believe. And we're also going to want a full stack of gold. So let's grab you. And let's craft these. So we're going to want to have 16 of the draconium cores, because we need 4 per piece of charged draconium blocks. So we're going to need another 8. And that should give us 8. Oh, there we go. We'll make 9. Why not? We'll make a few more. There we go. And that's going to do that for us. These guys can all go back inside here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to kick the quarry back in. I'm running out of diamonds. There we go. And we've got our draconium, which can go in the bag. I'm keeping all my draconic stuff in a bag purely because it's just easier, I think. So, yeah, there we go. So that's all of that. We've got our charged draconium. We've got our draconic cores. We're also going to need our heart. So we'll grab you. And the other thing we're going to need is going to be gunpowder. And I believe it's going to be in my building chest. Let's have a look. Building. We're going to need some sand. There we go. We can use red sand. We can use any of the sand. It doesn't really make much of a difference. We're going to be making some TNT because we need an explosion to set this off. So, there we go. We'll grab a couple of bits of TNT. And we might as well also get us a lever. Or if I got a cheap lever lying around. Let's have a look. We've got a stick. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. We'll grab you. And we might as well, for the sake of it, get a bit of redstone. Good stuff. Alright, so this is going to make a bit of an explosion. It's not a huge explosion, but it's definitely not something that we want to do near the base. So let's go over this way and find somewhere where we want to do this. It's nice and flat. Here we go. This is probably a good place. We're doing a desert. Why not? Now, we're going to first go ahead and get rid of this creeper. Come here. There we go. And we'll be able to put this down. So, first things first, we want our TNT. There we are. And we're going to get this ready. So, we're going to move this off over this way. We're setting up for a bomb. There we go. And we'll pop you down. And before we do this, let's read this inside the information tablet, because some of you might not understand what I'm doing. And, you know, some people prefer to have it read to them than see it. So, you know, I'm a supporter of all different types of learning methods. Let's have a look. We want the dragon heart. So, drop by the Ender Dragon and Draconic Dragon is your belief that this immensely powerful item may hold the key to unlocking the true power of Draconium using an ancient ritual known as the Ritual of Awakening. The ritual: number 1, drop a dragon heart on the ground and activate it with an explosion. Number 2, drop 4 to 16 draconic cores on the ground near the activated heart, 4 per block of draconium. A few seconds after its initial activation, it will draw all nearby items towards it. Anything that is not a core will be destroyed, so be careful. Now, quickly place 1 to 4, depending on how many cores you dropped, charged draconium blocks near the heart. You will know it's working when you see the heart's energy targeting the charged draconium blocks. Now stand back and watch the magic. You can only do this ritual once per heart, so may you best make the most of it. So whenever we do this, we want to make sure that we are giving it 4 of the charged draconium. If we do any less than that, then we're not really making the most of the ritual that we're about to do, because we're not going to get the dragon heart back. We're going to have to go and kill another dragon if we want to do that. We can also do dragon, do dragon summoning rituals, but I think I'd like to go and check out one of the other draconic evolution. Ooh, hello there, you. I would like to do another one of the I'd like to find another one of the dragons, or one of the draconic dragons in the end, one of the special ones. So that should be... I didn't even look at you. I didn't even look at you. Going mental for no reason. He's gonna keep going, isn't he? Where are you at? Where are you at? We've made a friend. There we go. Good stuff. Oh, I got some dimlets for him. Good stuff. Well, we'll be using those eventually for something. Okie doke. So, let's do this. So we need to put these guys down. So we'll pop you like there. And then set you off. Oh, I need to put the redstone on the TNT. Don't blame me. It's been a long time since I've done this. Here we go. Here we go. We'll grab you. Grab you. I never use vanilla redstone. Can't blame me. Yeah, that's, you know what? Let's just do this. There we go. Alright, so we'll set you off. And that should get the core going. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Okie doke. We are going to need to go ahead and quickly do this. There we are. And now we should be able to throw 16 of those into it. And we're going to want to go ahead and build this out quickly. Cool, cool. We're going to grab our 4 charged Draconium. We're going to place them down like that. And you can see they're starting to be fed from this thing. And now we just want to move away because there's going to be a little bit of an explosion happening. And poof. There we go. We have our awakened Draconium blocks. They're nice. And this is basically the end game metal from Draconic Evolution that's going to allow us to make some of the coolest of weapons. It's going to be great. And armor for that. So we can take this stuff. And it's going to be amazing. Actually, I don't think we can even break it with that. We might have to use this guy. Where is it? Draconic Evolution. Actually, we should be able to use a diamond pick. Let's have a look. Diamond pick going to do the trick? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't seem to like it, does it? Let's get out. Draconic Evolution. Pickaxe of the Wyvern. It might need charging, though. Oh, I don't want to risk it. Alright, okay. Where's the base? Where's the base? We'll put a marker here. There we go. And we'll just call it Drac. So I know where it is. Okay. I'm real worried that if I try and take that stuff, it's just going to go horribly wrong. Where's the base? It's over this way. We're just going to quickly charge this up inside the infuser. And I love how my whole base is inside a world hole. That's real cool right there. Alright, so get you charging a little bit. There we go. What is going on right here? Oh. There's been an update and the things have disapparated. I think that might be because of the Unity texture pack hasn't updated with the new version of Thermal Foundation or Thermal Expansion. That seems about right to me. Let's make sure that this pickaxe is doing its thing, because I haven't used this yet. Yeah, there we go. And this should allow us to harvest this stuff now. Whatever happens, we might even be able to harvest it with a diamond pick, but I'm not even gonna try, just in case we get rid of it, because this stuff is like really expensive. So let's grab some of you. Yeah, that looks like it's doing a lot better. Good stuff. And with this, we can upgrade our pickaxe, which can be the first thing that I upgrade. That's why I made the pickaxe first. And then we can start upgrading some other things like the bows. We've already got the bow, haven't we? So that can be an easy upgrade. And we can upgrade some other items as well. So we can do that. And poof, we have 36 awakened Draconium ingots. Have a look inside here. You'll be able to see what we can do with this. So we can make the Draconic energy cores, the awakened cores. All of these are needed for practically all of the recipes we're going to be using it for. We have the Draconic hoe, the Draconic axe. Pretty funky stuff. The Draconic bow, which is this guy. I don't know what this adds. The peak of range perfection. Faster shooting, explosive arrows. What more could you want? Nice. Alright, so we have explosive arrows with that guy. It's pretty insane. And this guy allows us to mine multiples, I believe. So, dig speed multiplier 1, size 1, void junk. That's one of the main things, void junk. So as you dig stuff, you void items that you don't want. You can specify the type of items that you don't want. So you could specify, like, I don't want cobblestone, I don't want stone, I don't want coal, because I have millions of it. So you can do that, which is pretty cool. And you can mine out multiple areas. I think we can mine out multiple areas with this one as well. Let's have a look. So we can go on size. I don't think we can increase the dig speed multiplier, but we can increase the size. Yeah, we can bring up to a 3x3, which is pretty cool. Let's give it a little tester over here. So if we do you, yeah, see? Pretty funky, right? But I think the other one goes up to 5x5 or 7x7. It's pretty insane. Plus we have the junk modifier that we can do. And like any of the other Draconic evolution stuff, I believe we can, yeah, we can add enchanted books to it as well. So we're going to want to make the new pickaxe. We're going to add the enchants onto it for, you know, being able to get some insane amount of loot, which is great. So we'll add haste to it. We'll add all those good things. Fortune, so we get loads more Draconium from our Draconic ore that we mine up. And after that, we're pretty much going to be laughing. It's going to be great. So, I think that's going to be it for this episode, guys. We've done the Draconic Awakening of the core thing. It's been brilliant. In the next episode, we're probably going to make some more items that are going to become very useful for us, including some of the upgraded Draconic Evolution stuff. And I want to start looking into using the RF tools a little bit more. So maybe we'll start looking into that. I want to go through what these do, because we've been getting them, and I'm sure some of you don't know what these do. But yeah, we'll go into those. And I think we might start going into Farmcraft, because we have a lot of add-ons for that mod in this pack that I would like to go through, because I haven't gone through them in some time, so I think that's going to be a good laugh. But there we go. That's it for today's, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, of course, you can leave a like, and if you enjoy it that much, you can even subscribe if you fancy it. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Have yourself a great day. Have a good one as always, and bye-bye.